Hello, everyone. Welcome if you're new here. Welcome back if you're returning. I'm Nat, I'm a horse witch, and today we are doing a deck walkthrough. And this is going to be a little bit different. I got my Kickstarter from Sophia Litwak. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. The Discovering Beauty Tarot, and I got the mini deck, the full-sized, and the full guidebook. So what I'm going to do today is go through all three of those things, starting with the full-sized deck. So here is the box. It's a two-piece box with cutouts. And if you hear munching happening in the background, that's Kody. Here's the detail in the box. It's super gorgeous. And it does come with a little guidebook. It's very simple, but definitely works. And the backs are stunning, as you can see here. Zoom in a little bit. Okay. It does have a black core, I believe, and it has these matte black edges. I didn't know that I didn't think I was going to like the white backgrounds, which is why I got the mini deck. But the size disparity is so great that I think I'm going to keep both. And I actually like the white because of the black sides. So I'm just going to play some plinky little music and flip through this deck. Now I did do an unboxing and I kind of gave my first impressions on that video. You can find it in the live section. It's pretty short. Nobody joined me, so I didn't really have anyone to talk to. But I did put my first impressions in there. And I just wanted to show this beautiful deck without talking over it too much. I'll discuss some of my thoughts when I go through the mini deck. All right, so that was the deck. These are the backs. They're beautiful and reversible. I did just want to do like a little quick flip through without a whole bunch of talking, because I know some people just want to see the cards. They don't really care about my opinion on them or anything like that. And this is a new deck. Not a whole lot of people have it yet. And I believe it's still being sent out to backers. So I am going to leave it out for a minute, because next what I want to do is go through the mini deck, and I want to show you how small it is. So here's the regular box, and here is the mini. It is truly a mini. I thought it was going to be a pocket deck, like a tarot in a tin size, and it is truly small. I think it might actually be smaller than my Unicorn Journey mini. Let me get that for size comparison, actually. So here is my UJT mini. And you can see it is larger, and I thought this deck was tiny. It does come in a little tuck box, which can be challenging for me. I'm not the biggest fan of tuck boxes. Sophia on her Instagram channel, you can see she has a little plastic carrier she puts her mini deck in, and I desperately want one of those. So you can see it comes also with a little guidebook. I have not, it is abbreviated, but still very helpful. You can see here, so these have black backgrounds, which I think I prefer. Black backgrounds, but white edges, and I'll probably edge these in black. But you can see how much smaller they are. Now, here is my Unicorn's Journey mini. And y'all, I thought this deck was tiny. Look at that. It's a smidge wider, but probably a good half an inch shorter. All right, so I'm going to zoom in even more. I apologize if you can hear Gordy in the background. I had gotten him a bone this week as a treat, and he decided that now when I'm filming is when he needs to chew on it. He has ignored it, by the way, all week. I sit down to film and he decides he needs to be as loud as possible. Right now he's rolling around on my freshly vacuumed carpet and being a feral little gremlin. Okay, so into the mini deck. It's so tiny. Okay, you all know, I'm going to zoom out again. You all know I have tiny hands. Look at how small this is. I have tiny little hobbit hands. Tiny. I don't know what else to compare it to. Here's a shark tooth. Look at how tiny that is. Anyway, I'm going to zoom in now. Just the camera a little bit. So I really love the art style of these cards. I hope I don't get dinged because of nudity, but I feel like these are arty enough, artsy enough that I shouldn't have an issue. This High Priestess is stunning to me. I'm not a big fan of pregnant empresses. You know that. Pregnancy freaks me out. The Empress is probably one of my least favorite cards, while the High Priestess is one of my favorites. Okay, the Emperor, usually not one of my favorite cards. I love this depiction of him as a tree, just standing tall. I love it. And this Hierophant as tradition. The Lovers. Again, the Chariot, not usually one of my favorite cards, which is weird because it usually has horses in it, but I like this depiction. And the Strength card. Oh my gosh. Lion and Strength. But this one has butterflies, and I really enjoyed that artistic deviation. Beautiful Hermit card. And then the Wheel of Fortune is the Spiral of Fortune, and I think this card is beautiful. Justice. Here we have Justice, and we have a snake in the tree. So this is very much like the Devil, but here it's very much not. I mean, it is, but it's like if the devil didn't get his hooks into you type of thing. This death card is beautiful. So this almost X-ray of a person inside of a cocoon turning into a butterfly. I like this depiction of the tower because from here the destruction is coming from within, not from without. You are your own destruction sometimes. This star card is beautiful. And the moon, that is so clearly a vulva. Men will never be able to find it. Beautiful sun card. And I love this earth, this like Gaia depiction as the world. I love the different depiction in the size and shape and color of bodies. I also love how many of these cards have trees depicted in them. I love trees. And this 10 of Earth, you know, 10 of Pentacles is usually legacy. It's like what you've crafted in your life that you're leaving behind. And showing this as a tree that will stand for centuries is beautiful. And there is some change. So instead of page, we have root. Instead of knight, we have voice. Instead of queen, we have heart. And instead of king, we have spirit. This 2 Swords card is beautiful. Some of the art is so different, and I'm going to have to read the guidebook, I think, on this one, cover to cover. But this little pocket deck is so cute. It's so tiny. Again, I'd like to remind you that if you can hear Gordy chomping in the background, he has ignored this phone for the last 5 days. It has been sitting abandoned, and I'm filming a video and he's having to chew on it. So I really hope that doesn't bother anybody. How long do we want to predict it will take me to try and shuffle this deck and send these tiny little cards flying all over the place like confetti? Oh, this Root of Fire is gorgeous. This like cowboy fairy person. And Sophia definitely leaned heavy into color theory on this one. The suits definitely have different color themes. So these are like my second impressions, by the way. Like I said, I did an unboxing video. That's in my live section. All right. So the third thing is actually, this was a stretch goal, I believe, or an add-on. I don't remember. Come on, little. I need to ask Sophia where she got that little plastic box because I need it. This tuck box is going to get shredded so fast if I keep it in there. The quality on these are great. I am just so tickled. It's so beautiful. I'm going to zoom out. And each deck comes with a little guidebook, but what we also have is this absolutely stunning book, and it is special, and I'm going to show you why. I am going to move this sphere and move my candle so I have more room. So what this has is on one side of the page, she has the cards. She has these journaling questions, affirmations, a meaning of the card, and this poem here on the right side. On the opposite side of the spread is her creative process in how she developed this design for the card. And this book has that for every card, which I think is really beautiful. And I'm very much looking forward to reading this cover to cover to understand this deck. So if you watched this, please let me know what your favorite card was. Did you back this deck on Kickstarter? And if you did, have you gotten it yet? If you've gotten it yet, what are your thoughts? Did you get the book as well? I'd love to hear from you. For those of you who did not back the Kickstarter, when Sophia makes this available to purchase, are you going to purchase it? So please leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. I'm just going to flip through this book a little bit, play some plinky little music. And this can just be kind of a relaxing ASMR video now that Kody has decided to be quiet. This is such a beautiful Five of Pentacles representation. And I love how every card has a keyword. I'm not going to go through the whole book. I think if you'd like to see the rest of it, you should definitely go purchase it from Sophia. But it is a very special book. You don't get to see the behind the scenes from the artist very often, and I thought this was a very special inclusion in this book and for this deck. And so I did want to spend some time showing it. All right, everyone, that has been the Discovering Beauty Tarot with the mini deck and the full guidebook. Thank you so much for joining me. I will include Sophia's socials in the description box below. You can definitely follow her on Instagram, and I'm not sure where she is going to be selling this deck after the Kickstarter is fulfilled, but I'm sure she will let us know on her socials. This is a beautiful deck. If you didn't back the Kickstarter, I highly suggest you go purchase it. I think this is going to be a deck that is very high in demand. It's so gorgeous. I just can't imagine that people wouldn't fall in love with it. So thank you for joining me today. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.